you for joining this asynchronous update for CCMR and Edugence. I'm Stacy Singleton, the College and Career Readiness Advisor for Plano ISD. Very excited about some of our updates for this next year with CCMR and some changes that we have made to our Edugence system. Let's go ahead and get started viewing those. As a refresher, students in Plano ISD are able to earn their CCMR designation through a variety of means. As a reminder, students can actually meet CCMR multiple times, but are only counted once towards accountability. So even though little Jimmy meets CCMR criteria through his AP exam, his SAT score, and earned an IVC, he is only counted one time for accountability. The first way a student is able to meet CCMR criteria is through the AP or IB exams. In order to meet this criteria, they must score 3 or higher on the AP exam or 4 or higher on the IB exam. The next avenue for students to meet CCMR is through the Texas Success Initiative, TSI. Students must meet math and ELAR TSI requirements on either the SAT, ACT, TSIA2, or college prep courses. Students are able to mix and match between any of these assessments or courses to become TSI Met. TSI is not only important for students because of the CCMR impact, but also because of the advantages it provides to students when enrolling in college. By being TSI Met, students enrolling in Texas colleges will not need to take remedial English or math courses. Students are able to earn CCMR credit through dual credit courses. Students must take and successfully complete either 3 hours of math, 3 hours of English, or 9 hours of other combined dual credit courses. CTE courses provide opportunities for students to earn CCMR points through industry-based certifications, as well as level 1 or level 2 certificates at the health science and industries academies. An associate's degree earned through the Health Science Academy is also another avenue for students to earn a CCMR point. Last year, Plano ISD had 9 students earn an associate's degree. Special education students who receive a graduation code of 04, 05, 54, or 55 will earn a CCMR designation. A graduate who is identified as receiving special education services during the year and graduates under an advanced degree plan will also earn their CCMR designation. Now for some new exciting news. House Bill 773 has included a new indicator for CCMR. The new indicator is for students who successfully completed a program of study in career and technical education. As of June 14th, when I'm recording this, TEA has not given their official interpretation, but given the wording in House Bill 773, we expect that students may earn their CCMR designation through completion of a program of study, a POS, starting in the 21-22 school year. So what exactly does that mean? Well, students who complete 3 or more courses, with one of them being a level 3 or 4 course in a program of study for 4 or more credits, will earn their CCMR point. With this new development, it is more important than ever to ensure students are informed, starting in middle school, about course sequences in the programs of study and how these pathways are intended to provide guidance to students who are seeking college and career readiness. It is just as important to have counselors revisit with students each year during conferences to ensure students are on a path to complete a program of study. Right now, I'm going to jump over to the CTE website, show you a little more information about the CTE programs of study. Here we are in the Business, Marketing, and Finance Program of Study Career Cluster. When looking at a program of study, it is best practice for a student to always start with a level 1 course and work their way up through level 4 courses. But students do not necessarily have to follow that path to be considered a completer in a program of study. Sometimes a student may start with a level 2 or a level 3 course, take 2 additional courses at level 3 and level 4, and they will be a completer. All this to say, students have options to reach completer status in a program of study. At level 4, in most programs of study, students have the option to take a career prep or practicum course. These career prep and practicum courses are essential for students as they give hands-on experiences for students in real-world situations. They also provide 2 or 3 credits for the students so that they can complete their POS and become a completer and earn their CCMR designation. Many programs of studies have courses that overlap. So even if a student starts one path when they're a 9th grader or a 10th grader, they could potentially move to another path and still complete a program of study with no interruption and earn a CCMR point. Here is an example. In the Business, Marketing, and Finance career cluster, which is the one I'm in right now, a student may decide to start out in the Business Management program of study by taking the Level 1 course, Principles of Business, Marketing, and Finance. During that year, the student watches a lot of Shark Tank and comes to the conclusion that they really want to be an entrepreneur. No problem. The student is able to change to the program of study Entrepreneurship and move on to a Level 2 course because both programs of studies share that Level 1 Principles course. It is more important than ever that we now make sure that our students are in a program of study and completing that program of study. Make sure that they are taking those 3 courses in that program of study and earning those 4 credits towards that program of study, making sure that one of those courses are a Level 3 or Level 4 courses. So it's vital that our counselors are checking in with our students year after year to ensure that these students are completing this so that we are gaining that CCMR accountability piece for these students that may be falling through the cracks by not earning it another way through the TSI, AP, dual credit, or another avenue. As you know, we rolled out our new Edugence CCMR tracker in the spring. Dash has continued to work with the company to make changes and continually improve the product for us. One change they have made is improving the student data response time and how the data results are displayed when drilling down into your data. Results are now generated on their own tab, which will give you a much faster response time. The next change is the CTE IBC section has been updated. It now accurately displays numbers of students who have taken CTE courses and are designated as participants, concentrators, and completers, along with accurate information on students enrolled in courses. This will come in very handy when looking at potential students who may be completers and might earn a CCMR point under the changes in the new House Bill 773. Let's head over to Edugence and take a look. Okay, we're now in Edugence. This is the exact same platform that you've seen previously. You're still at the analytics landing page whenever you come into Edugence. You still see your donut charts. You still see grades 9 through 12. Once again, if you're at the campus level, you won't see the campuses listed here. This will be only representative of your students. At the district level, you see all the campuses and all the students. You scroll down, you see all the donut charts you would normally see, including career ready, college ready, and TSI ready, as well as a breakdown by ethnicity, EcoDis, English learners, and your special education. What you don't see, and the change that you will see now, is the list of students that was down at the bottom previously is no longer there. What has taken its place is, up at the tops, we have a View Filtered Students button. So once you are done filtering by using your different interactive charts here, you can then filter this, or you click this button and it will show you your filtered students. So to give you an example, I'm going to filter down by 12th graders at Plano East, and I'm going to choose the not met CCMR, and then I will click my View Filtered Students button, and it will pop out in its own tab at the top, and it will give me those 564 students. It sorts them alphabetically. I said just 12th graders, It gives me their ID. It gives me all of that CCMR information that I would have had previously, but it's right here in a table. Now, I do have the option to actually remove some of these columns if I wanted to. I could come in here and remove that campus name. I could come down here to the bottom and remove the enlisted, maybe the IEP, and the associate's degree. Then I could export this visible data as a CSV, or I could export all data as a CSV, and then that would go into an Excel file, and then you can manipulate the data from there so that you could pull just the information you wanted, or you could pinpoint the students that you wanted to. Additionally, you can export as a PDF. I always suggest exporting as an Excel CSV file. It's just easier to manage the data and to move it around. So you have this very handy separate report that gets popped out into its own file so that you can work with it in here. Very, very nice, much faster to find the data. Previously, it would take quite a bit more time. The next item that we have is our CTE IBC section. In our CTE IBC section, this is now just all updated. All of the information is correct. Dash has worked with Karen and her team to make sure that the information in here is correct and updated. So you have your overall CTE status. So I'm just going to drill down to Plano East to our 12th graders. And whenever I say 12th graders, this is last year. This is 2020, 2021 12th graders. And you see that there were 153 completers for the senior class last year. So that's what we're looking at for last year. So if you wanted to look at, let's bring this all back, reset it. Let's go back to Plano East and let's look at 11th graders. 11th graders last year, as far as concentrators, that's the students that are right there, could be completers. They just need that one more course with potentially 1 or 2 more credits. You have 372 students that could be completers in this next year that could really boost up your CCMR numbers. And even your explorers, if they were to take that career prep course, or if they were to take that, what's the other practicum course that's worth two credits or 3 credits, those explorers could potentially be completers as well. So those explorers and concentrators, those are the ones, you have 864 students that could potentially be completers at the end of their senior years and could be earning that CCMR credit. So lots of great information here. And once again, it shows you what endorsement they're in, what career cluster, what program of study specifically they're in. And then you could pop these students out into their own report, and it shows you specifically what endorsement, what cluster, and then what program of study that student is and what level they're at, or what course levels they've taken. So all of this information is in here. It's all available for you to go through and look at. You can spend some time getting to know it, ask myself questions, send me an email. Just let me know if you have any questions. Plano ISD offers students the opportunity to measure what they're learning through the SAT suite of assessments, starting with PSAT 9 in 9th grade, then the PSAT NMSQT in 10th grade, and finishing with the SAT as an 11th grader. These assessments provide continuous, consistent feedback that identifies where students excel and where they could use improvement. The timeline you see on this slide has been developed in collaboration with the SLI department and the counseling department. More information, as well as pre-developed communication and presentations, will be provided in August to the campus CCMR administrators. This fall, we will start by educating parents with what the benefits of the PSAT and SAT is, and how their children can prepare for these school-wide assessments that take place in October and March. Part of Plano ISD's goal is to increase the number of students who meet college readiness standards on the SAT as an 11th grader, but also to increase the number of national merit qualifiers in the district. These opportunities for students are very important and exciting. We must ensure students and parents understand the importance of these assessments. Thank you for joining me today for this asynchronous update on CCMR and Edugence. Plano ISD is doing great things in the area of CCMR and is always looking to improve to serve our students. If you have any questions, please feel free to visit the PISD College and Career Readiness website for more information on CCMR, which includes PSAT, SAT, TSIA, and other general CCMR information. Or feel free to reach out to me directly via email or my office number found on this slide. Have a great day.